The potential treatment for Ebola obtained positive results in 2 patients. It works. Treatment for Ebola exists, and its efficacy has been positively demonstrated in 2 patients. The doctor working as a volunteer in Liberia and a missionary, both of American origin. However, it is still experimental and it is feared that there are medicines for all, despite that they are developed by obtaining antibodies in animals or plants, as argued from the American biotechnology company involved in its development. Mapp Biopharmaceutical Inc. Hundreds of Africans affected by the deadly virus will have, for now, access to treatment. So far 887 people have died, according to WHO. The pandemic is yet reversible, at least in Africa. The drug known as Bio Mapp had only been tested in animals, but the American authorities decided to give the approval, with the written consent of the patients, to send to Liberia and trying their fellow citizens. The 2 affected by this terrible hemorrhagic fever have significantly improved their health and have been transferred to the USA, achieving the public hit until it was revealed exclusively by CNN. Since then they have gone through the roof. The actions of pharmaceutical companies involved in the development of treatments for Ebola. Optimism always has positive effects on the financial markets, but the WHO has lowered expectations. His spokesman, Gregory Hartle, publicly warned the American health authorities cannot conduct clinical trials of experimental drugs in the middle of a pandemic outbreak. In this sense, from Doctors Without Borders in a statement that the scientific and ethical implications of developing large-scale treatments or vaccines that are in experimental phase, they stressed, was issued. As physicians, treating patients with a drug that has been tested is just a very difficult choice, because our priority is not to make things worse, and yet we are sure that this drug does more good than harm, insisted from humanitarian organization. Caution is the word repeated by each other. The fact is that American patients are evolving positively, more effective in humans than previously thought. Apart from the haste with which they have had to use these drugs, the results have exceeded the expectations of the biotechnology charge of their own development. In animal tests demonstrated its efficiency very high in those who were given the drug 24 hours after infection. For those who were infected 48 hours prior, efficiency was reduced to 50%. In contrast, American patients had been infected nearly 10 before undergoing treatment, despite what improved markedly. The drug was kept secret to the public until it was revealed exclusively by CNN. While the pharmaceutical industry strives to find a vaccine against a virus that kills 1 in 2 people who contract it, Ebola continues to expand and terrorizing the people of Africa. So far, the new outbreak has already doubled the number of infections caused by the 1975 pandemic deaths. A climate that has led to the emergence of the first conspiracy theories. According to Reuters, in a moment of delicacy by the gravity of the situation, a hospital ex-infirmary Sierra Leone addressed to a crowd of bystanders who were in a fish market and said that Ebola had actually been invented to hide the cannibalistic practices that occurred in different hospitals.